Is it safe to travel to Indonesia right now? That's a question that seems to surface every time a new news story makes the rounds or another social media post goes viral. Indonesia has an almost magnetic pull on travelers, with its shimmering beaches, ancient temples, lush rice terraces, and colorful street markets. It's a country that sits high on countless bucket lists, promising a sort of spiritual and sensory awakening that is hard to find anywhere else. But like so many destinations that inspire wanderlust, Indonesia is also a place that deserves careful planning and informed awareness. Because the same archipelago that welcomes millions of visitors to Bali every year is also home to active volcanoes, occasionally turbulent politics, and communities still healing from past acts of terrorism. I'm Stephen with the Travel Safety Network. For more than 2 decades, I've been working in international safety, and these days, I'm helping travelers separate myth from reality and navigate the complexities that don't always fit neatly into headlines or guidebooks. In this video, we're going to look clearly and honestly at Indonesia in 2025. We'll explore what risks actually exist on the ground, how safety varies across the country's thousands of islands, and what you should consider before you book that long-awaited trip. And stay tuned until the end, because I'll share a surprising fact about Indonesia's place in the global tourism scene, something that might change how you think about this remarkable nation. To understand safety in Indonesia, you first have to appreciate how big and diverse it is. The country stretches over 3,000 miles from east to west, covering more than 17,000 islands. Each region feels like its own world. Bali hums with an almost choreographed tourism industry, where safety measures are fine-tuned, and locals are deeply accustomed to international visitors. Jakarta, the sprawling capital, is a place of contrasts. Shiny skyscrapers rising above crowded markets and traffic that can feel overwhelming. Yogyakarta offers a more measured cultural experience, with ancient temples and a slower pace. Then you have destinations like Lombok, Flores, Sulawesi, and Papua, where the infrastructure may be less developed, and the experience feels more raw and remote. This diversity is why you can't talk about safety in Indonesia in generalities. You have to consider where you're going, what you plan to do, and whether you understand the local dynamics. For many travelers, Bali is the gateway. It's where first-time visitors find their introduction to Indonesia's blend of spirituality and hospitality. Over the past 20 years, Bali has become one of the world's most popular island destinations, with hundreds of hotels, resorts, yoga studios, and surf schools catering to every budget and taste. Safety here is generally very good. Violent crime is rare, and petty crime is manageable with basic precautions. That said, the island has seen its share of challenges. Traffic accidents involving tourists, motorbike injuries, scams, and occasional incidents related to alcohol or drugs. Outside Bali, the picture can change quickly. In less developed regions, healthcare facilities may be limited. Transport can be unreliable or slow. Some islands have local tensions that can occasionally flare up, especially in areas where religious or ethnic differences have sparked conflict in the past. This is why the U.S. State Department currently encourages travelers to exercise increased caution in Indonesia. The advisory mentions concerns about terrorism, natural disasters, and crime. Canada's Global Affairs Office offers similar guidance, pointing out that while the majority of trips are trouble-free, there have been incidents of terrorism targeting public places, including areas frequented by foreigners. The UK's Foreign Office notes that Indonesia has improved security measures significantly over the years, but still advises travelers to remain vigilant, especially in tourist hubs and during major religious holidays. And it's true that Indonesia's story includes moments of real tragedy. The Bali bombings in 2002 and 2005 were searing events that changed how the world viewed security in Southeast Asia. Since then, Indonesian authorities have taken extensive steps to prevent terrorism, dismantling networks and investing in counter-terrorism capabilities. The reality on the ground today is that such large-scale attacks have become rare, and most travelers do not encounter any threat. Then there's the natural environment. Indonesia sits on the Ring of Fire, a vast geological area prone to earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions. From Mount Merapi near Yogyakarta to Mount Agung in Bali, these forces of nature shape the landscape and occasionally disrupt travel. In 2018, the eruption of Mount Agung grounded flights and closed airports, leaving thousands of tourists temporarily stranded. For that reason, staying informed about local alerts and having flexible travel plans is not just a suggestion, it's a necessity. Beyond these headline risks, most of the challenges travelers face in Indonesia are more routine. Petty theft can happen in crowded places. Unlicensed taxis sometimes overcharge or refuse to use meters. Scams targeting tourists, like inflated prices or false claims of attraction closures, are not uncommon. Traffic safety is a major issue, particularly in Bali and Jakarta, where motorbikes weave through congested streets and pedestrians have to stay alert at all times. But here's something that often gets overlooked. Indonesians are, by and large, welcoming, gracious, and eager to share their culture. In most places, locals take pride in making visitors feel comfortable and safe. You'll find that advice, help, and genuine hospitality are never far away. Many travelers return from Indonesia with stories not of danger, but of discovery. They'll talk about sunrise on Mount Batur, the quiet power of Borobudur Temple, the iridescent water of Raja Ampat. They'll remember how the traffic and the chaos gave way to moments of connection. A street vendor teaching them a new word, a driver sharing family stories, a hotel owner giving them tips on the best time to visit a waterfall. This is why travel advisories, while essential, are only one part of the picture. They are designed to help you prepare, not to discourage you from exploring. When you read them, you're seeing the most cautious interpretation of risk, an approach that protects governments from liability and travelers from complacency. So what does all this mean for you if you're planning a trip to Indonesia this year? It means you should start by deciding what kind of experience you want. If your idea of a perfect holiday is relaxing in a secure resort, you'll find plenty of options in Bali, Lombok, and parts of Java, where safety is a top priority and support is easy to access. If you want to explore more remote islands, be ready for infrastructure that might be basic, medical facilities that can be hours away, and cultural contexts that require sensitivity and respect. It means you should take the usual precautions. Keep your belongings secure, be cautious with alcohol, research reputable transport services, and avoid isolated areas at night. It also means you should consider travel insurance that covers medical evacuation, especially if you plan on adventure activities like diving, surfing, or trekking near volcanoes. And it means you should stay up to date with developments, because Indonesia is a country that evolves quickly. New regulations, visa requirements, or local advisories can change with little notice. So, is it safe to travel to Indonesia? The honest answer is that it depends. It depends on where you're going, how you prepare, and whether you respect the country's complexities. If you arrive informed and stay aware, the risks are manageable, and the rewards are unforgettable. Indonesia isn't just a destination. It's a collection of worlds waiting to be discovered. And now, here's the surprise I promised you at the start of this video. Despite all its challenges, volcanoes, earthquakes, and memories of past attacks, Indonesia has quietly become one of the most visited countries in the world. In fact, before the pandemic, it was consistently ranked among the top 5 destinations for Australian travelers and one of the fastest growing tourism markets in Asia. Today, that momentum has returned, fueled by travelers who want more than just a holiday. They want a deeper connection with culture, nature, and themselves. I'm Stephen with the Travel Safety Network. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with anyone planning to visit Indonesia. And stay tuned for my upcoming videos, where I'll help you navigate this extraordinary country, one destination at a time. Until then, stay informed, stay curious, and remember, safety is your travel superpower.